Hello you guys! How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to this channel. I'm Judy, lover of makeup and books. So that sounds interesting to you. Want to chat about those things? I would love if you'd subscribe, because this time of the year we are doing one video every day until Christmas Eve, potentially until New Year's Eve, because we're in the middle of Vlogmas. Yay! I know it's called Vlogmas, but I don't really vlog. I just do a video every day. There may be clips of Christmas decoration or pictures of Christmas decoration. Maybe I'm gonna go on a German Christmas market and I'll do some clips there, but other than that it's just normal videos. And today I want to talk about this baby. I'm so excited. Those are the two SugarDrizzle palettes that I have ordered. This is, it says just SugarDrizzle palette. I will check what it's called and it will be up here. And the Pizza Kitty. I still find that design questionable, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's actually kind of cartoonish. I can deal with it. I first thought that I would need to cover it up with something, but I think we're fine. Yes, it came with the Shattered Taco Cat shade, but it's okay. I pressed it in. Let's just swatch it. I'm prepared. It's beautiful. I have already swatched it in my private time because I couldn't stop myself. I was very excited. So let's start with the Pizza Kitty. The first shade is called Pizza Kitty, and it is a pink gold duochrome. In some lighting it also has something greenish to it. It's very, very pretty. So pink, gold and green. A bit of everything. Then we have Taco Kitty, the shade that came shattered, which is fine because it's also the least interesting shade for me in this palette. It's a gold, bronze, copper. It has a reddish, pinkish sheen, so it's not that boring. Then we have Space Burger. Space Burger is very dry and gritty. It's also more, it's not like super shiny. It's more like velvety shiny. You know what I mean? It's a very pretty dark blue shade. It has a different texture. It's definitely different than the first two. The first one is slightly translucent. It's very smooth. It's not as shiny, shimmery as Taco Kitty. And this one is, yeah, velvety, shiny. Like when you buy a velvet dress and it has that slight sheen and it feels different. Then there is Moon Man, which is a purple plum with gold and silver glitters. Very, very smooth shade. It's not full on opaque, but it's very, very pretty. It sparkles in a very cool way. Love it. Then we have Space Blaster, which reminds me of the multi-pastels from Glam Shop. It is blue with a pink sheen. It's a duochrome, but it's a satin matte. It's not very shiny. It is more like, yeah, satin velvet matte with like a purpley blue with a pink sheen. Very different formula. Then we have Pew Pew, which is probably my favorite shade in that entire palette. This is definitely in multi-chrome. This is a green base with pink and blue and purple and gold. It's so beautiful. It looks so dimensional. It's insane. I look at it in my mirror, because if you have a mirror and you have such shades, you're usually seeing different things in the mirror than you're seeing in real life. Then we have Rocket Fuel, which is similar to Space Burger, like texture wise. It's more of that shiny velvet. It's not like super velvety matte, but it's like velvety shiny. But it's not like super glittery metallic. It's more smooth. It's a bit gritty in the pan, but not as much as Space Burger. Then we have Space Meow, which is another beautiful shade. It's also, I would consider, a multi-chrome. It is, oh my god, that shift in the in the mirror. It's gold. The shift is gold and green, and it's a plum rosy, but it also has purple and blue in it, like insanity. And the last row we have Intergalactic Pearl. It's a very shiny gold, nothing special, very smooth. Then we have Space Fries. I didn't know that fries are green, but they're space fries. This is a green with a lot of gold in it. Then another of those more gritty shades is Purple Space. It's shiny, definitely, but it's not like this very sparkly, intense shades. And then one of those, like Space Blaster, it's a duochrome, but it's more like a satin. It's a bit like Club from MAC. It's a reddish brown with green and blue. So that's the Space Kitty palette. Pretty, right? And now the second SugarDrizzle palette. This came completely safe to me. It also has different textures. What I see in the mirror is just phenomenal. As I said, I have swatched them before on my own, and there was one shade that was a bit strange. We shall see if it will do the same swatching as it did earlier today. First we have Sugar Spun, which is also a bit like MAC, but it's more like blue-brown pigment. It's a reddish brown, purple plum with green and blue shifts. Very beautiful. Next we have Sugar Bear. That is so pretty. Sugar Bear is a mix of pink, purple. It's between pink and purple. It has some rosewoody, mauvey kind of tones in it. I don't think you can see that in the camera because it really looks more like Dusty Rose. Then we have Sugar Crush, which is like super foiled. This is a green, like very dark, deep emerald green with lighter green, lime green and gold shimmer in it. Super, super pretty. This is a color I think of when I think of Sailor Neptune. Crazy. This is also a more gritty formula, while the first two were more smooth. The next one is also a bit more gritty. That's so beautiful. This is, oh my god. This is like a true multi-chrome. In the palette it looks dark blue. When I look at it from here, it's lighter blue with purple. When I look in the mirror, it's like a true emerald green, like a vibrant emerald green. It's called Sugar Cookie. Then we have Sugar My Sweet, which is a beautiful purple. It swatches a bit patchy, but it's fine. It's a purple, pink, gold with a teal mix in it. Very, very beautiful. I think the next one is the one that swatched weirdly. This is Sugar Cube. Oh, this swatch is nice. So that wasn't it. This is a plum with a very electric blue, teal, turquoise shift. Super pretty. Then we have Sugar Mama. Oh my god, this feels so smooth. This is a neon coral with a neon pink shift. Sounds great, right? Then we have Sugar Delight. Oh, this is also so smooth. This is also a multi-chrome, I can already tell. Yeah, this is the one that swatched weird. But I think it will be fine over a glitter primer or sprayed. This is, it swatches like it doesn't want to stick to my arm. I think it needs a tacky base. This is a berry plum shade with green, gold, copper. Yeah, green, gold, copper. It's a multi-chrome shade that is kind of typical. It has a lot of green, a lot of purple, a lot of plum. It's one of those multi-chrome shades that you have seen more often. Then we have Sugar and Spice. which is super smooth. This is like truly blue brown, a reddish plum brown wine color with electric turquoise shift. It's warmer, the base is warmer than this one, and the shift is more turquoise blue than this. This is more green gold. The last two, right? We have Sugar Babes, which is a topper shade. It's a peach, a very light baby peach with electric lime green shift, and it also has pink sparkles in it, so very interesting. And last one is Sugar Sugar. Sugar Sugar is a baby pink with electric turquoise and silver sheen. So this is the other SugarDrizzle palette. Great, right? You'll play with this until we're dead. By the way, while I remove the swatches from my arms, let's just chat a bit. I have heard of her before, Teresa's dad, and I have once checked one of her videos out, but I was kind of not vibing, and yesterday or 2 days before I have checked one of her current videos out and I was totally vibing. You know, sometimes it's just time and place. And I was watching her new makeup nonsense bingo and I'm like, this sounds like something I should do. Drinking and judging makeup sounds like the thing for me. Would you be interested in seeing me drink and do makeup? Oh, there. I'd love to know if you would watch that. I'm a hilarious drunk. At least that's what people tell me. Oh. So we're doing an eye look. You'll be doing more eye looks with this palette. Over the next couple days, because that way I can use mattes I already own and test the shimmers. I really need to wash my brushes, like my face brushes. I spot clean them almost every day. Like I deep clean them like every second week and spot clean them every time. At least my the brushes I use with creams. But my eye brushes, because I use the color switch, I don't spot clean them at this point in time, and I'm like, maybe I should just deep clean them. And I probably should, because it's getting ridiculous. Okay. For my mattes, I will be using the Naughty palette from BH Cosmetics from last year's Christmas collection. I thought I would use this because we have quite a few more muted shades, and I want the SugarDrizzle shades to stand out. So I thought, let's do something muted. We will probably do the Be Perfect palette at some point with this, or the Ice Cream Shop, some of my other BH palettes. We will do a lot of combinations. But today is the day for this palette. So, see, that's what I mean. I don't even have any good crease brushes anymore. Like, really. So I'm spot cleaning this crease tube by Sonia G. I always let the primer sink in a bit and then I just tap out the creases once more, so you're good to go. It's easier that way. I have shimmer everywhere and it's gorgeous. It's amazing. Let's start with Frosting, which is just a peach shade. We will do a very neutral eye. The shimmers are where it's at. I do mix and match palettes a lot, so that's like a thing I do pretty much always when I do my makeup on my own. And I think that most people should, because we have a lot of palettes, at least the people who watch YouTube or who do YouTube. We buy a lot of stuff, right? And you should use them. Especially I hate it when YouTubers always like, this is not a standalone palette. Do you really need a standalone palette when you have like 200 others? Can't you just pick a shade from another palette? Do you really need that cream, that bone colored cream matte shade? Do you really need that? Really? I believe you don't. So you can tell I'm a bit fed up with those. Like, I understand when people, for example, review things, they need to mention that, right? This is probably not a palette that works on its own. It's probably a palette that you would combine with other palettes in your collection or with singles or something. I guess that's just fair to say that. But expecting every palette to be a standalone, that way you would have your fucking cream colored matte 20 million times from different brands. Why? Just asking for a friend. I don't understand. I really don't. I'm like, if I have such a shade in my palette, I'm like, I'm not thrilled about it. I'm always like, yeah, I could have had another exciting shade, and they decided to put a bold colored matte in it. Which is also only working as a set your lid and brow bone color, whatnot, on vanilla people. So it's not even inclusive. I don't understand. And I guess it's fine that I don't understand. I don't have to understand everything. I just ask myself if we really do need that. We want to be inclusive, but we also don't want to give up our pink-colored mans. If you ask me, slightly selfish. Like, for example, Tara Babies, I really love watching her hauls on. She uploads them on Saturdays and I watch them then on Sundays. It's an always must watch on Sunday mornings. And she always says, this is not a one-stop shop palette for me, but she always brings in other shades, right? From other palettes. She says what she uses to round this up. And I think that is a great point. But just saying it's not a one-stop shop palette. I also think we should phrase things sometimes a bit more carefully. Because the times I hear people saying, this is not wearable, this is, I don't know. Obviously there are people out there who think it's wearable. So, and I don't want to be like that kind of politically correct, not that kind of person. Usually I'm like, we shouldn't chill a bit as well, like not get our pennies twisted about everything. But a lot of times people will tell you that this is no good, this is trash, blah, and you think like, I would love to know why it's trash and what the formula is like, and maybe I will like it. Because what you think is trash doesn't necessarily mean that I think it's trash. Just saying. So, what are we going to do? I have just done my crease work and I didn't even think about what I wanted to do on the lid. That's how this works. I will take Sugar Babes. This is the lightest shade in this palette. And then we'll try the shade that was so difficult to pick up. Those are both from the No Name palette. Okay. I'm already about to die. Jesus. This is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I'm so in love. Okay. That difficult shade to pick up is way easier to pick up with a brush. It's good to know. I need to Need to get a better look at it. Jesus, the sparkles. They are definitely both semi-opaque. If you want them to be more opaque, you would probably need to to have your lid not be like semi-transparent. You would probably benefit from a shadow underneath that with a similar base color or a similar shift color. Or just like a black base is always cool with shifty shades. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I am beyond mesmerized. And now we are putting something on the lower lash line. Who's excited? Do I even have? Yes, I have. What do we use on the lower lash line? Maybe something from the other palette, huh? Let's take purple shape, purple space. This doesn't look too shiny, more smoky. Oh my god. I haven't been this excited in a very long time. This looks fabulous. I will do the rest of my makeup and we'll be back together to put on an inner corner, probably a highlighter, fun stuff. So, back with almost all my makeup done. It's missing highlight and an inner corner. I want to use this palette from Glam Shop, the Polish indie brand. The palette heißt Świetlówka. It has 6 beautiful highlights that are sparkly, iridescent. They have a pretty transparent base. So let's see. I will use Żarówka, my inner corner. Jesus Christ, this is so crumbly. This is the most neutral. It's basically silver. Yes. And now let's see. I think I haven't used this one on my cheeks yet. You really need to, if you have such sparkly, glittery highlights, you really need to buff it in, because otherwise it will not fuse well with your cheeks. It will just look like glitter. And if you really buff it in, it looks more wet than glittery. Yes. Oh my god. So that was that. I'm impressed. This looks very nice. I will zoom you guys into so you can see the eye look better. I don't know if you could see the shifts, but they are there. I promise you guys. So excited. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you will stay tuned for more looks with this, because this will be intense, people. I will be using this intensely. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy Vlogmas, and I hope I see you in the next day of Vlogmas. Bye!